Hey viewers and viewers, my name is General Red Strategist and welcome back to Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair. My god, so, last episode of course, we're moving into the next murder case. Nagito has finally turned up dead. Gonna be honest, surprised it didn't come sooner with the amount of shit that he gets up to, but my god, I mean you can see right there on the screen at the moment, that is fucking brutal. I must say, the whole setup to this body discovery in the last episode was frigging spot on, with the creepy music and everything. My god, so well put together. Okay, we're just going to throw ourselves back in, because I'm guessing, in this episode we're going to do the investigation. Now, could be a fairly big one, because some of the investigations we've done before for cases in this game have been fairly substantial. So let's get on with it. Hajime says, I had no idea what I was looking at. By the time I realised I was looking at the remains of Nagito Komaeda, the ultimate lucky student, time had already stopped. Oh boy. There's a lot of things that have happened to him there. Spear through the middle. He's got a knife through his hand. His legs and arms are all scarred up. Eventually the shock finally registered with me. A numb feeling spread from the centre of my brain almost instantly. Nagito, be dead. Even when I saw this before me, I wasn't able to comprehend that reality yet. Arr.
Huh?
Oh boy.
What?
Don't even need to do his voice acting, he's doing it for me.
What?
Oh, but not you, though. Oh, well, I'll have to do your voice. Hey, Louis, what's going on here?
Are you serious?
Is he really dead? He's not pretending to be dead, is he? Oh, I mean, it's Nagito, you know. Yeah, hold on. Is a body discovery announcement going to play? That's right, it's Nagito. I mean, he looks pretty fucked up to me, but... Hold it. Alright, wait, did a body discovery announcement play? Did it play last episode and I've just forgotten, because this is at least a week or two on from the time I recorded the episode. Okay, I've completely forgotten. Maybe one will play, maybe one's already played, I don't know. He always messed with us, he always tried to confuse us, that's why. I can't believe it, Nagito ended up in such a cruel state. Nagito is dead. Deep down, I believed that when the killings finally ended, I'd never see this guy again. I never expected I'd be looking at Nagito's body like this. Nagito probably thought the same thing. I couldn't help seeing it in his dead, frightened face. But on this island, unbelievably abnormal occurrences happen all the time. Even Nagito couldn't escape that truth. But even something as small as that. There's your body discovery announcement. So, okay, whenever that plays, I think that is usually the confirmation that, yes, he's definitely dead. Because the thing, they never check pulses or anything, do they?
Now then, after a certain amount of time...
Yeah, we know that. Like I'm saying, they never check...
Don't tell me.
They never check pulses or anything like that to make absolutely sure. Because just looking at him now, okay, I mean, he's been stabbed through with that spear thing, but... I don't know, there's always that slight chance. In any medical situation, everybody, always make sure you check the pulse to actually confirm whether or not they are indeed dead. Hey, Louis, the body discovery announcement, then it's for real.
Hey!
Nagito is really dead.
Damn it.
G'day, mates, it's not just that he's dead. If the body discovery announcement was made, does that mean Nagito was killed? Killed?
That's right.
G'day, mates, plus it's one of us. I mean, that's what it means, right? Because we were all kind of together. Well, I was about to say we were all together when the fire happened in the warehouse. Except for Sonia. She was at the military base. There was that whole thing with her. One of us killed Nagito. One of us killed him so brutally. See, they're using the exact same word I used, brutal. Yeah, because looking at where that spear has gone through his body, it hasn't gone through his chest so much as it's gone through sort of roundabout upper end of his stomach, perhaps as high as his diaphragm. So it's one of those things, it may have inflicted quite a serious injury, but would that necessarily kill you straight away? I don't know. Then it's going to start again. Arr! The class trial is going to start soon, right? Then...
Of course!
Yep, we gotta do it! We gotta find out who Nagito's killer is!
Hey! Hey!
No matter who you guys sacrifice, you're determined to survive and leave this island, right?
Shing!
And the time for action is now! So, allow me to give you the familiar Monokuma fight!
Wait!
Hold it right there.
Damn it!
What? Don't get in my way like that! I was about to whip out the Monokuma file in such a cool way!
You stupid brother!
Shut up, I can't stand this anymore!
Got it?
How much longer are you going to keep putting them through this? No more, I won't let you. I'll make sure I pulverise your evil intentions. He's probably going to beat the crap out of you again.
Hey, hey!
Say something.
What's this?
Oh, now I remember who you are. You're Monami.
Hey!
You just now noticed.
Like...
Anyway, Monami, if you're going to talk about my intentions, why don't you talk about yours first? What are your intentions anyway? Why are you keeping everyone cooped up on this island? I'm sure everyone here wants to know too, you know. What is your deal? Yes. What? No fair? You're shutting up too.
Please wait!
Enough already. We have already enough to deal with concerning Nagito. Please do not say anything else that will confuse us.
Hey.
Anyway, let's begin. But,
This is just...
I mean, in the end, we still have to do it, right? As long as a killing happens, we can't do anything about it, right? We have no choice but to do it, right? You say right a lot. Besides, it's our fault that we couldn't even prevent it. G'day mates, I know. That's the only way we can survive, right? Having the usual sort of pep talk that they always have whenever someone dies. Oh, we gotta do it. We gotta do the investigation.
Nice!
Sorry, I should be getting more in the sort of mental zone here. Ooh, looks like you kids are way more well-behaved than Monami.
Don't fuck with me!
Except for him. Hey, Louie, don't fuck with me. We're tired of this too, you know. That's why I'll definitely make sure to finish this for good this time.
This is kind of depressing.
Ah, does that mean you guys are getting bored of this school trip?
Actually...
Don't worry, the end is near. The end?
What's the matter?
Don't make a face like a pig that's about to become bacon. You've already noticed it, right? The meaning behind that Monokuma timer. I guess there's only 2 days left, huh? When that timer reaches 0, 2 days from now, what will happen to us? The killing school trip will be over. Oh, okay.
Hey, hey!
G'day mates, if this will finally be over,
You serious?
does that mean we can go home?
What are you gonna do?
Back to Australia? Oh, wrong voice. I nearly did the Hajime Pirate voice. Don't count your bears before they've hatched. There's still something you've got to do before that, right?
So...
Once again,
It's the Monokuma file! Phew!
you guys need to find out who Nagito's killer is and survive the class trial. If this ends here, there won't be an afterward at all.
Do your best. Wait! I won't forgive you.
I won't let you escape this time. Wait right there. G'day mates, what do you guys think? If the school trip is nearly at an end, it's safe to think that we can go home, right?
But still...
Kasuichi, I understand how you feel, but we need to focus on Nagito's case first.
Damn it!
Hey Louie, even if we can go home, it'll be the end for us if we screw up here.
All right!
Now let's hurry up and solve Nagito's case so we can all go back home.
However...
It is nice to think everyone could go home, but that is impossible, right? I mean, someone in this room killed Nagito. There be a killer among us. The weight of those words began to sink into me. That was true of the previous cases, but was it really true this time? No matter how much I tried, I couldn't believe it. Because the victim was Nagito? Because his death was so abnormally cruel? No, it wasn't just that. There was something more to it than that. Whatever it was stuck inside me. Investigation time! Oh, that music sounds a little different. First we need to look at the Monokuma file. Yeah, it's like a electric guitar version of the usual. investigation theme. Well, it kind of did that actually, didn't it? Trigger Happy Havoc, now that I think about it. The music in all the investigation cases was the same. And then in something like case 5 or whatever it was, the investigation music changed. Okay, let's look at the Monokuma file. There's Nagito, okay. Victim is Nagito Komaeda. Body discovered inside the warehouse near the Monokuma plushie factory. Estimated time of death is believed to be noon sharp. Right. So just sipping tea. Not only is there a spear stabbed in his stomach, there are multiple stab wounds on each of his thighs. Furthermore, there is a laceration on his left arm. Yeah, we can see that on the picture up there. And a knife impaled through his right hand. Jesus. The thing is, would that be enough to kill him, though? I mean, maybe if there was huge kind of blood loss. Sorry, I'm just adjusting my microphone. Maybe if there was huge blood loss, but I don't see a lot of blood. Oh, what a tragic situation. Just reading this is making me depressed.
Huh?
Is there something wrong with this Monokuma file? Oh, again, but what's wrong with it? Not only is there a spear stabbed in his stomach, there are multiple stab wounds on each of his thighs. Furthermore, there is a laceration on his left arm and a knife impaled through his right hand.
Yep.
It's definitely weird. I guess I'll find out if I look around. That's what the investigation is for. Oh, don't worry, I'll form conclusions on your own. That makes me more worried than I should be. We can discuss it later. Right now is our only chance to investigate. So we should investigate first.
See?
If we don't, there won't be anything for us to discuss. Oh, well, I guess you're right. Now let's start with the area surrounding Nagito's body. I should start with the back of the warehouse. Since the curtain blocked most of the water, this area wasn't affected by the sprinklers that much. Thanks to that, I can probably investigate Nagito's body. I never thought I'd have to investigate Nagito's body. He probably didn't expect to end up like this either. Okay, so that's been added. Chiaki thinks there's something weird about it. Suppose, yeah. Okay, right, let's have a look around. So there's a lot to potentially look at down here. Okay, so we'll start from this end. Lighter, hello. Start on the floor and we'll work our way up. Oh, it's an oil lighter. This is where the curtains would have been hanging. Also looks like the fire did extensive damage here. If the oil lighter was placed here...
Just kidding.
An oil lighter. Oh, wrong voice, I nearly did Chiaki. An oil lighter. Someone probably wanted to keep warm.
Bring it on.
It's a I was about to say, what are you talking about? And then you come out with that. It's a most foolish thought, dear fellow. This is clearly the cause of the fire.
Well?
Oil lighters can continue to burn even after someone lets go of them. Okay.
Which means?
So using that, the curtain was set on fire. Right, so someone flicked it on. Because the fire appeared as we were there by the door. Everyone except Sonia. So someone activated that whilst we were looking in. And presumably they might have been on the other side of the curtain where Nagito was. Using the oil lighter, do you think the killer set up some sort of trick with it?
You are right.
Can't talk all of a sudden. The killer probably planned to destroy evidence by setting this warehouse ablaze. They caused a fire to destroy evidence. That's the only reason I can think of why a killer would set fire to their crime scene, but... Okay. Added, right. Now, of course, we've got all the fire grenades down here. There's a destroyed Monokuma there as well, which is kind of weird. Oh, it looks like a bunch of plastic bottles. Remnants of plastic are scattered all over the place. This probably be the fire grenades. Oh no, Sonia was there. Oh god. Just freaking getting a bloody message from YouTube. Get rid of that. Oh, so Sonia was with us when the fire started. Whoa. Or was she? No. Shit, I should have watched the previous episode back again, just to refresh my memory as to where we were. Okay, so she was with us when we used the fire grenades. Was she with us when the actual fire started, though? Because I remember we had to rush back to, I think it was the factory break room to get the fire grenades, didn't we? Okay. Well, at least we weren't actually that useful in the end. The fire was only extinguished thanks to the sprinklers. Well, nevertheless, this evidence really isn't all that strange. Okay, so what's with this broken Monokuma plushie? Why's he got blood on it? Monokuma, be dead! There's blood coming out of his black, horrible stomach. Oh god, he's doing his McCoy voice from Star Trek In Across the Universe by the firm. No response, he's dead, Jim! Just kidding, I'm not dead! Is this one of the life-size plushies that were being produced at this factory? If you're mistaking a plushie for me, then there's something wrong with you. You're a stuffed animal too.
Hey!
Don't put oversized garbage there, it's so misleading.
What the heck?
What are you calling oversized garbage? Could this be one of Monokuma's tricks? Then why'd he do it? Making a hole like he got stabbed and going to the trouble of dirtying the hole with blood? Did he try to imitate Nagito's body or something?
What are you saying?
I had nothing to do with that.
You're so evil!
He's probably lying. I don't know. Monokuma typically doesn't interfere with murder cases. Seriously, you're always lying. You just died like that plushie over there.
What's this?
You seem more pissed than usual these days, Monami, but you better watch what you say. If I feel like it, I can wipe you out easily, you know. Won't give in to your threats. I'll fight you until the very end.
I can't lose!
I will definitely take back the seat of world supremacy from Monokuma. What a strange interjection. Looks like those annoyances are gone. If it wasn't Monokuma's trick, then who did this? Could the killer have done this? So is this Nagito's blood? I've no idea how this connects to the incident. Okay. It's a strange one, we'll be honest. Sonia, I want to talk to you more about the whole thing you were doing at the military base. What was that all about? Because the thing is, I get the feeling the trial's going to be leading me... Sorry, not the trial. I think the investigation, based on what we've seen and what we remember happening, I have a feeling the investigation is going to initially point the finger at you. But having said that, I don't know. That could... I don't know. You could easily be a red herring. I don't know. If only everyone could go home. Nothing would make me happier. No, we should finish the class trial, then we can think about what will happen after. Okay, nothing really to say there. Kaz, what's up, bro? G'day makes one of us kill Nagito in such a cruel way. It's too bizarre. I can't do anything except laugh. Well, you're fucking useful. Or should I say useless? Now, what else? Oh, we got... Oh, it's just cardboard cutouts of Monokuma. I thought it was something else. Alright then, let's have a look at Nagito's body. I never expected Nagito to die like this. He was always spouting nonsense about hope and trying to confuse the hell out of us. But even so, dying like this is just too cruel. Also, he wasn't completely useless. There were times we were only able to reach the truth because of him. But everything good and bad about him is gone. We'll never be confused by him again. We'll never be saved by him again. Hajime, get over your freaking monologue and just look at the body. There you go. No, now isn't the time to think about unnecessary things. I need to focus on the investigation right now. Alright. For now, I need to investigate everything about this body that catches my eye. Let's start with the knife. Alright, the knife is stabbed through Nagito's right hand. Did the killer do this? How could they do something so cruel? This knife! It must be from the military base! Military base? Now that you mention it, you're right, it does look like a survival knife.
Well?
Either way, it seems the wounds on his legs and left arm were caused by that same knife. Which means after the killer was finished stabbing Nagito's legs and left arm, they stabbed the knife through his right hand.
It cannot be!
And then they finished him off with the spear.
How cruel!
Then does that mean that the killer went to the trouble of using two weapons? A knife and a spear? What would be the point of using the knife on his legs and arm, though? Because I know I know there are major arteries in your legs and arms, but it just seems like a really inefficient way of killing someone when you could just use the spear to stab them straight through. Especially straight through the torso. Particularly through the chest, because that surely would kill them way faster. So what's the deal with that? Oh, but they could have just killed him by stabbing him with the knife, or the spear. Why did they need to use a spear at all? True.
You are right.
It's definitely, you know, whichever one you're focusing on, knife or spear, there is a quicker way you could have killed them. That is definitely strange, sweet Hajime. Was there a reason they had to use it? A reason they had to use the spear. I'm just curious, though. It doesn't explain why Sonia went to the military base when all this was kicking off. Because, I mean, by the sound of it, it's like the game's making out that Sonia went to the military base to check the knife to see if it matched up this one, but that would imply that she therefore knew the body was there, which would put her under suspicion, but I don't know, but again, it could be a red herring, and it could be that maybe she went to the military base to check, see if any weapons were missing or something. I don't know. It'll come out in the trial. Right, so we've got the knife through the hand. Survival knife. There we are. Burnt rope. Because he's been pretty tightly tied up there. Nogito's right wrist is tied with rope. But it looks like the tip of that rope burned off. Could this be a result of the fire? Well, that's weird. If the rope is burned off like this. Yeah. Seems a bit strange that the fire didn't spread to the body. Yeah, exactly. Why are Nagito's clothes completely unaffected by the fire when he was so close to the blaze? Arr. Right. So the rope there is burned, but the rest of him is remarkably unsinged. Face. He must have been in great pain. He clearly had this agonising look on his face when he died. His mouth is covered with duct tape. Was this to keep Nagito from screaming for help? It all seems a bit of a crazy setup, this. I mean, why go to the trouble of tying him up like that? Why not just, you know, get your weapon and just run him right through and finish him off there and then? Why go to the trouble of setting all of this up? It just seems like such a strange thing.
This is bad.
G'day, mate's cheese. What a horrible look on his face. The blood splattered all over. It doesn't help either. It's a good thing his mouth is covered with duct tape, otherwise I won't be able to look at him. Got a minute? Sorry, excuse me. Chiaki moved past Kazuichi and me and squatted down next to Nagito's face. Oh. Jesus. And in one swift movement she ripped the duct tape off of his mouth. What are you doing?
It's gonna be fine.
I'll put it back right away once I'm done investigating here.
Hey, hey, hey!
G'day, mate's putting the tape back isn't the issue, you ungrateful swine. You're gonna get cursed. The blood on Nagito's face. It looks like it mostly came from the slice on his left arm. If that's the case...
Man.
G'day, mate, it's no use. She's not listening.
Hey, hey.
Hey, about the blood splattered on his face. There's no blood under the duct tape.
Huh?
G'day, mate, what's wrong with that?
Well?
This duct tape has crinkles like it was sticking toward the inside of his mouth, right? Huh. Nagito was probably desperately moving his mouth under the duct tape. G'day, mate, seriously, what's wrong with that? She means Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape before he got those wounds all over his body. So he tried to shout, which caused the duct tape to get sucked into his mouth a bit. But what's wrong with that? Is that something we need to worry about? Well, it's like a saying. It tells us that he was conscious, presumably, at the time of his death. Somebody went to the trouble of actually tying him up before killing him. Which, like I was saying, just seems like it's very excessive. I mean, why go to that trouble? Because you would have to, presumably, engage him in a bit of a struggle to, you know, wrestle him down, tie him up in the first place. It just seems like you're leaving so much to chance there, when you could just as easily just kill him there and then with a knife or a spear. Dunno. Yeah, mates, I don't really get it, but just put the duct tape back on his mouth already.
Yep.
You're right. They freaking gagged him even though he was dead. Oh, anyway, this might be some kind of clue too. I should remember it. Right. Okay. Left hand. Oh, there's a cut on his upper left arm. His legs and right knee have stab wounds, but this wound looks like a slice. Right. That's probably the reason that the wound on his left arm doesn't look that deep compared to his other wounds. Well, regardless, it doesn't change the fact that it's a hideous wound. And there's blood everywhere. Oh god. And gas coming up my throat. From my tea.
Super difficult.
There's something strange. Strange what?
See?
Look at the palm of his left hand. I think that blood is from when his left arm even was sliced, but... Yeah. Doesn't the blood splatter look strange? It cuts off right in the middle of his palm. Aye, it definitely cuts off. Maybe that's as far as the blood could reach when it splattered. Well, that would explain the blood on his palm, but... Oh, there's something else that's strange. When you flip it over and look at the back of his hand...
Well?
Yeah, there's also blood, but only above the middle joint of each finger. Huh. Oh, you're right. Why is it only on this part?
See?
It's just as I said, right? Strange, right? I win. Just that little interjection. Aye, sure, you win. Okay, yeah. That's interesting. But it's definitely strange. What did the killer do to make the blood splatter like this? Huh. You know what my... Here's the thing, I'm just thinking about this. You know what my initial thought was? Just then? As I thought about that whole fact that his palm is clean. Sorry, I'm just checking my pet in the background whilst I do it. You see, just thinking about the sort of cases we've had before in Danganronpa, I'm wondering something. Because it is very strange that his palm is clean, yet other aspects of his hand are covered in blood. And I just had a thought. What if Nagito... Oh, actually no. I was going to say, what if Nagito himself actually used the knife to try and cut one of his ropes, but maybe in the panic, flailing around, literally impaled his right hand in his death throes or something. But having said that, actually no, because that wouldn't make sense, would it? Because obviously his left hand is tied down, he wouldn't be able to move it that much. It's a funny one, this. Yeah, okay, what I said about the knife through the hand, I don't know, actually. We'll put that on the back burner for the moment. We won't discount it entirely, but now that I think about it, I'm not sure. Right, spear, let's have a look at that. Oh, a spear with a flashy ornament on it is impaled deeply into Nagito's stomach. There's no way around it. That looks like the fatal wound. Yeah, of all the things there, that spear does look like the thing that would generate enough of an injury to result in enough blood loss to kill him.
What's this?
Oh my, what's this? Such a strange looking spear, isn't it? A cord extends from the tip of the handle, and there's an iron weight attached to it.
Phew!
I see, I see. You use the cord as a whip to capture the enemy and deliver the final blow with the spear. Oh, is this your first time looking at this too? Of course not. This is the Spear of Gungnir, right? References, everybody. That's going back to the first game, isn't it? When he killed... Well, spoilers, but when he killed Junko / Mukuroi Kusaba using all those spears. Yeah. You definitely just came up with that now.
Hey! Hey!
By the way, I wanted to ask you, where did that spear come from? Actually, I just had a thought. How many people would have known about the Spear of Gungnir thing? This literally just came into my head right now. Because of course, the big question of this is, who's controlling Monokuma in this game? Because of course in the last game it was Junko, but she died. Spoilers again. So is it someone else? But during the previous Killing game, who else would have... Because everyone witnessed, you know, Junko/Mukuro's death at the Spears of Gungnir, quote unquote. How many people would have... Interesting. Somebody who knows about that execution, maybe. I don't know. I hope you see why I'm raising that question. It just seems a bit strange. It's an interesting tack to think about. I feel like I saw it at Nezumi Castle.
What?
Nezumi Castle?
What the hell?
I was designed to be afraid of mice, so I can't go in there. Damn you, mice! Damn you all to hell! I see, even he doesn't know what's inside that castle. That's strange. Well, more importantly, I need to focus on the investigation. The spear definitely catches my eye, but the weight on the end of the cord coming out of the handle. Looks like that part has blood on it too. Yeah. But for some reason, this section of the cord doesn't have blood on it. It's about the size of a human fist. It's strange that this section of the cord doesn't have blood on it. Right. So I've got a spear with a weight attached by a cord to one end. Huh. Okay. Okay, so my immediate thoughts there. You have that cord, but there's a section of it that's not covered in blood, around about the size of a human fist, as though someone was holding it. Okay, so... Huh, okay. What if Nagito was holding the cord? Or something like that, maybe. Huh, what if... Okay, right, here's my hypothesis. Nagito was tied up on the floor. The killer puts the cord with the weight attached to the end, attached to the spear, in his hand. Because what I'm thinking here is that maybe the spear was hanging in the air from like a roof strut or a rafter or something. So the idea is Nagito has to hold the cord to stop the spear dropping straight down into him. But maybe during the fire, perhaps he panicked or something, or he lost his grip on it, and so the spear drops and impales him. Something like that? That's possible. It would potentially also explain the fact that his palm is relatively clean of blood. But having said that, no, sorry, no, I'm just getting counter thoughts to that now. Like, for example, the thing about the blood on the back of his left hand only being above the finger joints. What's that about? Well, it's a possible hypothesis, I don't know. Also, Chiaki mentioned this earlier, but apparently that spear came from Nezumi Castle. Well, I guess we know where we're heading next. It might be better off if I confirm that later. Alright, so, Spear of Gungnir, that's literally what we're calling it now. What else? It says feet, even though that's his legs, but okay. Both of Nagito's legs are tied up. His rope is tied to the pillars nearby. He won't have been able to move at all. According to the Monokuma file, the wounds on his legs are all stab wounds. Does that mean the killer didn't just tie up Nagito, they also stabbed his legs? Why would the killer do something like that?
Damn it!
Hey Louis, at any rate, it's pretty sadistic. The killer must have been holding a huge grudge toward him. Yeah, it seems pretty cruel. Or they might have been torturing him. Or torture.
Huh?
I mean, if they just wanted to kill him, they could have just stabbed him once in the chest, right? Alright, so somebody who would have had a grudge against Nagito and would have had an incentive to actually torture him a bit before killing him. Hey Louis, if you disregard the spear in his chest, the other wounds were inflicted for reasons other than killing. Oh, which means the wounds all over Nagato's body were from the killer torturing him? If that's the case, what was the killer trying to make Nagato confess? Was it something that would have led to the traitor?
Even so.
Hey Louis, well, even if this was torture, there's no doubt that the killer must have held a deep grudge toward Nagato.
Damn it!
Refusing to let him die easily. I can totally understand a dark impulse like that. But even if they held a grudge against him, would they really have gone this far? Yeah. Who would that be, though? I mean, we all kind of didn't trust Nagato at all. None of us. So that could be anybody, I'd guess. I guess I'm done with this. I'm done with the area surrounding Nagato's body. Jeez, I can't believe I actually investigated such a grisly looking body. Even I'm surprised at myself. Does this mean I'm used to it? My classmate's dead body is right in front of me, and one of my peers is the killer responsible. And I have to investigate his death so I can find his killer. Am I used to something as abnormal as that? That would mean I'm becoming abnormal too. Not really the time for monologuing, but okay. Alright. Anything else to say, Chiaki? She looks like she's deep in thought while staring at the ceiling. What? Oh, I nearly did Chiaki's voice then. What happened? Is there something strange about the ceiling?
Yep.
Yeah, about that sprinkler. That's one of the sprinkler heads that activated to put out the fire.
Well,
You can see a girder right next to it, right? There.
see?
Aha! There's blood up there. Can you see that red streak? Arr. You're right, I definitely see it. It looks like a small red line on the ceiling girder. Okay, now I was about to say, does this kind of support my hypothesis about the spear dangling from the ceiling? Because if you've got girders like that, then you could throw this kind of the spear over whilst keeping hold of the cord so it dangles. Put it in Nagato's hand. Maybe? But having said that, why is there blood up there? What's that about? Huh.
Perhaps.
Is that blood? Blood? The colour definitely looks like blood. There's no way blood could get up there, right? Plus it's in a straight line. That's why I've been staring at it. I think it's strange. It's definitely strange. I should remember this. Okay, yeah, what is that about? This is a very strange case, this one. I'll probably say that about all of them, but they get stranger and stranger each time.
Like...
Hey Louis, I'm not freaking out about it like Kazuichi, but I definitely can't stop thinking about it. When the Monokuma timer reaches 0 2 days from now, what's going to happen?
Huh?
G'day mates, what's going to happen?
That's obviously wrong!
This rotten school trip is going to end, right? We can finally go back home.
Jeez.
Hey Louis, carefree till the end. Does that mean you don't think that'll happen?
Well, yeah.
Hey Louis, Monokuma might be planning to make us do something after the countdown ends.
Hey!
G'day mates, what do you mean, do something?
Shut up! Shut up!
He's making us kill each other, you know. What could be worse than that?
Damn it!
Hey Louis, I don't know. But this is Monokuma we're talking about, you know. There's no way this will end smoothly with a countdown. Anyway, like you said before, if we screw up here, it's the end for us. For now, let's focus on the investigation. We'll think about the countdown after we live through the class trial.
I know. You...
You know, mates, then don't bring up strange stuff like that. Okay, Akane, anything else to add here? Yeah, matter for Gundam's killing her for Mikans. But it looks like it's different this time. It doesn't matter this time. Alright, what doesn't matter?
So,
The time! Looks like the time doesn't matter. It was clearly written in the Monokuma file. The time of death was noon sharp. God, that voice of mine is going up and down. If it was at noon, what were we doing at that time? Well, what are we doing? Well, right now
It's time.
It's 12:30. Okay. So it also has a clock function. And that means Nagato died 30 minutes ago. It happened that recently? He's totally a fresh kill. Oh, fresh seems like a bad way to describe it. If it happened 30 minutes ago, was it around that time we were struggling with the bombs? Oh, you're right. Those fake bombs were originally supposed to explode at noon.
All right!
Which means whoever doesn't have an alibi for that time is Nagato's killer. But this could be like when Martin and Kamaru died. The killer could have also used some kind of automatic setup. Also, the crime looks very detailed, so they would have needed time to prepare.
All right!
Then whoever doesn't have an alibi before we found the bombs is suspicious.
Huh?
Wait, none of us have an alibi for that time. That's when we all split up to search for the bombs. Alright, that's the problem. Now then, I guess that's enough investigating the area behind the curtain. The killer's goal wasn't just killing Nagito, there should have been another reason as well. If not, they wouldn't have gone to the trouble of tying him up with rope and covering his mouth with duct tape. Not just that, there's no reason to inflict any wounds other than a fatal one. So what was the reason? Looks like I better investigate other areas to figure that out. Alright, I should try investigating the other areas inside this warehouse first. The other areas? Okay. Okay. Alright, back up a bit. Alright. Okay, so Monokuma panels, which are all sort of scattered along the floor. Alright, there are a lot of tipped over Monokuma panels. Panel near the curtain in the back is tipped over and burnt. Did the fire do that? But why are they scattered like this? Last time I came here, I seem to recall they're all neatly ordered. They should have been neatly put away. Maybe we're the ones who made this mess. Arr.
See?
Look, the tipped over panel by the entrance is really close to the door, right? So maybe we knocked him over when we were throwing the fire grenades or something, maybe? So maybe the reason these panels are tipped over is... It's fine, I'll open it slowly. Oh. Or were they set up in like a domino line? Oh no, that's not the problem. Seriously, it'll be fine. With those words, Akane brushed off everyone's warnings and slowly opened the door to the warehouse. Ah. So it's the clattering sound, not the door being locked. But all those panels up against it or something? Oh, it's not opening. Is there something blocking the door? I can barely open it. G'day mates, I knew it, it's a trap. Seriously, just stop it, okay? Didn't I tell you we were fine? I just gotta use a little more force. Hey Louis, what happened to open it slowly? Oh, Akane ignored their protest and with a mighty kick, the door flew open. Okay, so I'm guessing they were used to prop the door up from behind. And Akane knocked them all down. Could it be? Was that it?
Well?
And there's something else I've been wondering. I've just had a thought. Because, I don't know, these things... I don't know, maybe they're quite weighty, I'm not sure, but... Could it actually genuinely be the case that the killer put the oil lighter by the curtain, placed the Monokuma panels in a domino line leading up to that lighter, so that when they got knocked over, the final one hit the lighter and activated it? Is that actually where we might be going here? Because that sounds like such a Rube Goldberg way of setting up a fire starting mechanism. Right, you've been wondering something, Sharky.
Hey.
These Monokuma panels are tipped over, starting from the entrance to the back of the warehouse, right? They seem to be lying on top of each other in a straight line. Aye, compared to the other tipped over panels, that line is the only one that's neat and orderly.
So...
Isn't this clearly strange? Ah, strange. That means we can speculate this was done intentionally. So it wasn't necessarily, I'd suppose, to hold the door shut, as it was to be a way of starting the fire, possibly? I mean, it's a pretty crazy way of doing it, but, you know, we've had some crazy stuff before in this game, so I'm not going to put it beyond the game to do something like that. My tea's getting a bit lukewarm. Need to drink it up. There's that music MP3 player over here. Oh, this is an MP3 player. There's even a speaker plugged into it. But why is this here?
Maybe...
G'day, mates. It looks... Oh. This is Hajime speaking, apparently, not Kazuichi. It looks like that weird music was playing from there. G'day, mates. You know that music that was blaring when the fire started? Aye, you're right. G'day, mates. Looks like it's busted from getting drenched by the sprinklers. There's no mistaking it. That music was playing from that MP3 player. Alright, I don't disagree with that, but I was the killer playing music from this. Somebody who has a twisted mind. It seems like a strange thing to add. That doesn't really add much other than atmosphere, but okay. MP3 player, do I just talk to people? It matter if Gundam's killing for me cards.
Hey!
But it looks like the time doesn't matter this time. Oh, it was clearly written in the Monokuma file, so time definite sharp. We have talked about this, yeah. Anything else you guys want to say? Sonya's focused on investigating, which reminds me of something I needed to ask her about. This is about the military base. Alright, now that we've pretty much finished investigating Nagito's body, I think it's time to talk to her. Hey Sonya, do you have a minute? Yes, sweet Hajime, what is it? I want to talk to you about when that fake bomb Nagito set in the warehouse exploded.
Huh?
Right before it exploded, you said something like this, right? It is alright, it is not a bomb. Yes, how did you know this? Why did you know the bombs were a fake? Well... Alright, that's not a lie though. When we were looking for the bombs, why were you at the military base? I thought you were supposed to be searching the central island, you dipstick. I'm sorry, Sonya. I'm not calling you a dipstick. I still want to be king of Novoselic. Plus, when I called for you, you didn't come to the factory right away. Where were you? What were you doing during that time?
Oh my! It cannot be!
Do you suspect me, sweet Hajime? It is a misunderstanding. I am not the killer. That's a very un-Sonya-like outburst. Jesus! Shit! You son of a bitch! Sonya?
I am sorry!
I'm terribly sorry. I was panicking. I shall calm down and explain to you, sweet Hajime, why I was at the military base. When I first explored the final island, I discovered a vast amount of bombs there. Oh, okay. So are you going to verify if any of them had been taken from that stockpile? Is that where you're going with this? Let me just drink up my tea. Oh. Ah, nice. I'm just going to jump cut the recording a second, because I want to go and make myself a fresh cuppa. So I'll see you in a second, everyone. And I'm back. Okay, right, I've got myself a fresh cup of tea. Pretty good.
Well?
At first, I was worried that someone might use them for nefarious reasons if I announced it to everyone. So I kept silent the whole time. Does that mean when you heard Nagito planted bombs, you got suspicious and went to investigate them?
That is...
And as I suspected, the bombs had disappeared. Oh, right, they had disappeared? I thoroughly searched for them inside the military base, but the bombs were nowhere to be found. Because you were searching for them, you were late when we all gathered.
Please listen!
And because of that, I reached a conclusion. The bombs Nagito brought were from the military base, which means they were fake bombs. How did you find out that the bombs at the military base were fake? Because I attempted to use one of them. I'm sorry? You want to run that by me again, princess? What?
I see.
I thought one of the bombs would be strong enough to blast open the door to the ancient ruin. At the time, I still believed the bombs were real, and I thought that I could use one of them to gain entrance to the ancient ruin. Okay.
However, that plan was an utter failure.
Well, I didn't expect it. Like Monami there. You see Monami there in the bottom left corner, just cowering behind those vines.
The bomb was not real. It was merely a fireworks display. God damn it, all to hell!
A very laboured curse. God damn it all to hell!
I see. So that's why you're the only one who knew the bombs at the military base were fake.
I did. As did Monami as well. She was also secretly peeking at the bomb.
Okay, so... Are you saying that you could get Monami to at least vouch for part of your story? I see.
Which means?
If those bombs are the same ones that disappeared, it would mean Nagito took them. I mean, I don't know if Monami can vouch for the bit about the military base, but she could probably vouch for the bit about Sonya trying to blow open the entrance of the ancient ruin. So while it wouldn't be a complete confirmation of Sonia's account, it certainly would suggest possible trustworthiness, I'm guessing. Is that what it's suggesting? Sorry, I'm just adjusting my microphone again. Just to slip down a bit away from my mouth. That is why I knew it was a fake. However, I did think it was strange when Nagito blew up the hotel lobby. Because that was a real bomb. So where did he get that from? That bomb was real and I could not stop thinking about it. But upon further reflection, that might have been Nagito's plan all along. He showed us a real bomb to make us believe that the bombs he said were true as well. Were real even. If so, then Nagito's actions were extremely calculated. I'm just wanting to know where he got the real bomb from. Maybe from Nezumi Castle? I'm not sure. But the problem is his reason for doing it. With this, I have explained everything.
Do you have a minute?
There should be no more reason for you to doubt me. Oh, you're right, I got it. I don't know, I mean, part of your story sounds like it can be verified, but we'll see in the trial. I mean, I'll be honest, I definitely don't want you to be the killer because you're my waifu number one. Alright, I pretty much finished looking for clues inside the warehouse. I was able to find some clues, but there's still so many things I don't understand yet.
Hold it.
You look worried. Alright, I am.
Well?
At a time like this, it might be good if you broaden your investigation range. You mean it's good to investigate other places as well? She might be right. There are several things I've been wondering about besides the crime scene. The military base that Sonia mentioned, the plushie factory next door, Nezumi Castle where the spear originally came from, and Nagito's room too. If I'm going to understand the reason for his actions, I need to know more about him. I'm pretty sure the others have already finished investigating.
Can you hear me?
Hey you guys, isn't it about time we leave this place and try exploring other areas too? In response to Chiaki, the others gathered around her.
I see.
I agree, I was just thinking about proceeding to another destination. It seems we have the same idea, sweet Chiaki.
Huh?
Hey Luri, but is it safe? There won't be anyone to guard the crime scene.
Yep.
We don't have a choice, there just aren't enough of us. Besides, we've investigated all we can here. G'day mates, I guess you're right.
See?
It looks like the clues we found aren't enough to piece this incident together. So we need to search for them in other areas, probably. Well, alternatively, if there aren't any clues in other areas either, we'd have to give up completely. You don't really need to say that.
Hey!
It's okay if we leave this place.
Well.
It's okay. Alright, we're leaving that. There's no time for us to stand around. In order to survive, there's no other way except to do it. In order to survive, yes, Hajime. No time for monologues. If we don't sacrifice that person, nobody can survive. That's our reality. That's why there's no time for us to stand around. Yes, we get it. We've been through this multiple times. Well, it wants us to look at the factory, so we'll start there. Factory. What's the deal in here? Alright, the truck then, maybe? Apparently the bombs that were stuffed on this truck were actually fireworks. Which reminds me, this truck looks like it came from the military base. Nagito must have brought it from there. Other than that, there's nothing in particular that catches my eye. The equipment? That's an enormous machine, but it's stopped for now. Looks like there's nothing related to the incident here. Okay. The laptop? That reminds me, when we saw Nagito's video message on this laptop. Is he still watching us from somewhere? If he's not, then how did he time his message so perfectly? Yeah, it's no, it looks like the video was set to play after the explosion by a wireless signal from the detonator. But why did he have to use a video message? That's the one thing I don't get. At the time, Nagito should have already been killed, which means that video was recorded in advance. That's right. Besides that video, there might be data on this laptop that could be used as a clue. With that thought in mind, I tried messing around with the laptop, but it's no use, it's locked. There's no way I can examine this. But if it's locked, then maybe there really is something inside. Maybe I'm overthinking this. Sonia!
My!
Let me just have a sip of tea. Before I start knackering my throat with this pirate voice. I have never seen so many Monokumas in my life, sweet Hajime. Well, Monokuma isn't exactly someone you would normally run into.
However...
While I was staring at all these Monokumas, a thought occurred to me.
Well?
The bomb that went off at the lobby might have been set up here. Arr!
Do you have a minute?
If you hide the bomb inside a Monokuma plushie, it would make a frightening weapon. Do you not think the group that is forcing us to kill each other would devise something like that, sweet Hajime?
Amazing!
A plushie bomb is an act of terrorism.
All right.
Let us rip these apart right away so we can confirm it. There's an interesting possibility. Because in the last game, there was confirmation that the Monokuma units have bombs in them. Because there's the one that Mondo threw, which exploded early on in the game. And then there was the one later, before, I think it was Murder Case 5. And plus, having said that, there is that Monokuma plushie in the warehouse, which has had its stomach opened up, or stabbed open. So maybe that is where the bomb came from, the real one. Maybe. Because the Monokumas on this, in this game may be similar. Oh, hold on. If there was a bomb inside these, wouldn't it explode if we carelessly mess with it?
Easy as pie.
Either way, it is all gravy. Whatever you say, Sonia. All gravy? What the hell does that mean, you swab?
Enough already!
Stop! There's no bomb!
Hey,
You'll know if you just pick me up, see? All you'll feel is the soft weight of cotton.
I see.
You are right, sweet Monokuma.
However...
Then where did Nagito obtain the bomb he used?
who knows?
I wonder. If I'm going to give you guys a hint, then you should know it wasn't from the military base.
What?
To tell you the truth, the bombs there are all fakes.
Please wait.
I know that already. You should have said so earlier, sweet Monokuma.
No.
Well, I thought if I kept quiet, it would foreshadow that a killing was going to happen. That's why I'm just now telling you for the first time. Phew, I feel relieved. Oh, but if the bomb wasn't from the military base or this factory, then... he brought it from the Octagon. Okay, of course, yeah. Okay, actually, yeah, that makes sense. I forgot about the Octagon.
Well done.
Okay, so the Octagon therefore could be prime candidate number 1 for the origin of the bomb, origin place of this bomb. I must say, you have a good eye there, Sonia. Putting a bomb inside one of my plushies seems like a splendid idea. Let's try it.
That is...
Did I say something I should not have said? Oh, it's not your fault. Don't worry about it. Okay, Monokuma's account has been added. Right. Anything else in this place? Maybe... Can we go into the break room? Break room's on the other side of this door. This is where we obtain the fire grenades. Anything inside? There's nothing on the floor that looks like a clue, not even trash. Alright, nothing there then. So is there really nothing else to see here? The life-size Monokuma plushies are crammed inside an enormous basket. No clues there. Alright, so I'm guessing... Okay, well it's letting us go, so presumably there's nothing else in the plushie factory for us to see. Alright, so other locations we need to go: Nezumi Castle, Nagito's room. Where would I like to go? Outside. There we are. Nezumi Castle is on the 4th island, isn't it? Let me just check my pet. Still hatching, that's fine, okay. Map. We need to go to 4th island, yeah. There we are. Alright. Nezumi Castle, I think, is this way. Over here, on the right. Oh! Did my pet just hatch? What the fuck? Piggy me. Okay, oh god, he's like rolling around. Jesus. What a weird creature. Okay, well we'll check you as often as we can, alright? Nezumi Castle. Let's have a look. Straight inside. Okay, there's definitely a spear missing from that location up there. Fihiko, what's up?
Yo.
Hey Louis, look at that wall of spears. I guess it's obvious where the weapon came from. Yeah, you just keep your stuff short and sweet. They do actually have cores with weights on them, okay. A spear with a flashy ornament on it is hanging from the wall. This spear is definitely it, right?
I see.
Hey Louis, just as I thought, it looks exactly like the spear that killed Nagito. The same whip-like cord is attached to the handle, and there's a weight at the end of it.
Also,
Plus it looks like one of the spears on the wall is missing. There's no mistaking it. The killer took one of the spears and used it as a weapon. Spear of Gungnir, huh? Monokuma would totally come up with a lame name like that. But why did the killer use the spear and a knife?
well, yeah.
Hey Louis, yeah, they could have just killed him with a knife and it would have been easier too. There's no way a spear like this with this unnecessary core thing on it would be easy to use. Alright, definitely looks hard to wield. But still they chose the spear for a reason. What could that reason be? I don't know. Oh yeah, what was this thing on the floor? Oh yeah. Password to enter the ancient ruin. Most important part is erased. Nagito was the only one who found out the password written here, and he apparently went inside, but is that maybe why someone tortured him to try and get him to tell the password? If that's the case though, how did Nagito find it out? Now that he's dead, are we unable to get it? Oh no, we should deal with that later. Right now, investigating the case comes first. No, it doesn't look like there's really anything else in here. Okay. So we need to head to Nagito's room then, on the first island. So let us fast travel our way there. Go! Hotel is this way, I think. There's the ranch. I can never remember the quickest way to get things. Okay, here's the hotel. What do we got? Now, which was Nagito's room? It would be on this side. There's mine. Kazuichi, Byakuya, Fuyuhiko. Ah, hello, you're already here. Okay. I'm annoyed. Oh, what happened? I'm annoyed. Oh, what are you annoyed about? I want to investigate Nagito's cottage, but I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed. Yes, what are you annoyed about? I don't really understand, but you can't investigate Nagito's cottage? Maybe I should try investigating Nagito's cottage. Is it because you're a girl, you can't go in the boys' places? Oh, it's locked. Oh, it's locked? Apparently. We can't go inside thanks to that. I'm annoyed. Oh, there's nothing I can do. I'm going to investigate another area. What are you going to do? I'll go look for Monokuma. He might open it for us. Alright, then let me know when we can go inside.
Yep.
Got it. Okay. So I need to go and investigate another area. Where can I investigate? I need to go back up. We've done Nezumi. We've done the plushie factory. Blah blah blah. This was all in Nezumi Castle. Nothing on the floor. This was the plushie factory. I wonder if it's going to give you a hint. No, it wasn't from the military base. Hold on, let me just go. Hiding the bomb inside a Monokuma plushie. Video recorded in advance. That's all to do with a laptop. Bombs stuff that struck as fireworks. It's included in the nearest area to give up, blah blah blah. Where are we? Let's get all we can here. Okay, hold on, it should be near. Get around there. Right. Oh, the military base, of course. I completely forgot about that. Wrong button, hold on. It's fast travel there. It's on the 4th island, I think. Oh no, 5th island, sorry. Oh, I need to friggin... There we go. Let's go to the 5th island, yeah. I'm a little bit of a silly sausage, aren't I? Forgetting the old military base. So I'm guessing we'll investigate there, and then Chiaki will probably come back to us. And she'll manage to get access to Nagito's cottage, I would assume. Okay, right. There's Kaz. What's he up to? Let's look at the trucks first. Oh, a huge supply of guns and other firearms are stuffed into the truck bed.
Whoa!
G'day mates, found it. Oh, what did you find?
Huh?
Well, that truck bed over there has guns in it, but I also found stuff like A survival... Oh, right, wrong voice. A survival knife. Wait, that's... identical to the one in the murder scene. Isn't that the same type of knife that was stabbed through Nagato's right hand?
Maybe...
G'day mates, which means the killer obtained that knife here.
Alright!
So the killer is someone who visited this military base at least once. Again, I feel like the investigation is trying to point me towards Sonia, but I don't know. I have too many experiences of trials and cases where the investigation has always pointed to someone initially, but it then turns out, no, that's a red herring, so I don't know. If that's anything to go by, I think Sonia will probably be a red herring. Oh, that's everyone, though. G'day, mates. No, not me. This is the first time I've been here. Oh, that sounds fishy. Anything else to tell me, Kaz?
Man.
G'day, mates. Damn it. This dangerous place is the reason all this messed up stuff is happening.
Hey!
Leaving guns out in the open is totally dangerous. Seriously, they've got to take better care of these. Oh, it's easy to say that, but there's no one on this island who can do that. Alright, okay. Is there anything else in here? Or if the bombs were fake, this might be fake too. But I'm not brave enough to check for myself. Oh, there's the surveillance camera. What am I doing? Don't want that. So is there nothing else really here to look at other than the helicopters? Or is that dreadful helicopter, the one that executed Teru? Doesn't have anything to do with the incident. Alright, so... should be still things here that I need to oh god, need to confirm, okay. The Jeep? Hello? Alright, when I tried looking through the truck bed, it's empty, nothing's here. When I first came here, there was something on the truck bed, which means Sonia was telling the truth.
However...
And as I suspected, the bombs had disappeared. I thoroughly searched for them inside the military base, but the bombs were nowhere to be found. But did Nagito know the bombs weren't real? It's possible that he thought they were the real thing. No, never mind, he said as much in his video message. Were you surprised? Seriously, think about it. Do you really think there are enough bombs to blow up an entire island? Even if there were, a guy like me would never be able to use them. He knew the bombs were fake, he only did what he did to weed out the traitor. So was there definitely something on the back of this particular Jeep when we first came to this military base? I can't actually remember. That might be something I have to check between episodes. Oh no, is this really it? Did Nagito only do that to expose the traitor? Maybe there was a different motive behind his actions. Little dots. I feel a little tired. No matter how much I investigate, I don't feel any closer to the truth. That's probably why I feel this way. I'm feeling this strange feeling that I've never felt before. As if Nagito is trying to make us suffer even after he's dead. Well, now's not the time to think about stupid things like that. I haven't even investigated his cottage yet. It's too early to start complaining. If we investigate that place, we might be able to find some kind of clue. Alright, let's go. Right, so now we go to the cottage. I'm guessing. Let me just check my pet. Already done a stinky. I guess that's what you get when you're trying to take care of a pig. Right, first island. The first island sippeth my tea, and the Lord saith unto Red, sippeth thine tea, thine glorious cuppa, and be grateful for it. Chucky, you're back. Hello. Let's have a look here. It's locked, I can't go inside. Alright, it wants me to actually talk to her. I can't just click on the door.
What's this?
Oh my, you want to go inside Nagito's room too?
What are you gonna do?
I was just listening to Chiaki's request. She wants me to unlock the door to Nagito's cottage because she really needs it for the class trial. She begged me to do while she was licking my black eye. I didn't do that.
Boy, tough crowd.
Then do it! It's sweet because it's made out of black bean paste. We don't have time to mess around. Hurry up and unlock the damn door.
Fine.
I guess I have no choice. I just gotta do that, right?
Now then. Loose! Bye-bye!
See, I've opened the door. You can freely investigate now. This isn't my first time seeing that, but why does the door open with a spell like that?
Perhaps.
Maybe the cottage key is computerized?
Hey.
More importantly, let's go inside now that the door is open. Or maybe this is all a virtual reality, and Monokuma has control over it. I could just, adjust the coding a little bit. I'm still sticking to that hypothesis. So many weird things have happened. Aye, you're right. In we go to Nagato's room. Huh. Oh. Well, what is that on the table? Why has he got a fridge in the background there? Fridge freezer type thing. So Nagato was living here. What was he thinking inside this room? What was he feeling as he spent his days in here? I can't even imagine. Wanted to see absolute hope, becoming despair so he could act as a stepping stone for the rest of us. No matter how much I think about it, I just don't understand him at all. I don't even know if he truly believed that. He was especially weird these past few days. What changed him? Maybe the clue to that might be hidden here as well. Okay. I guess we look at the treasure box. A fancy looking treasure box covered in sparkling pink lights is totally standing out. It's the sort of thing that me and my crew used to excavate on desert islands whilst roaming the Pacific and the Caribbean. What could this be? Can you let me know if you find my treasure? Oh yeah! There was this. I forgot about this. It's a magnificent treasure box covered in sparkling pink lights. Well, there it is.
Perhaps.
A treasure box. Chiaki, you know about this?
Yep.
It's really... Oh, I nearly did Monomi's voice. It's really cute. Oh, she was just reacting. It looks like Monomi's stolen treasure box. If this is here, that means the thief Monomi was talking about was Nagato. But why would Nagato steal this? In order to find out, it might be good to see what's inside.
Hold it.
Is it going to be okay? Looks a little dangerous. It might be, but this could be some kind of clue, you know. If this wasn't important, Nagato wouldn't have stolen it from Monomi in the first place. Let's take a look. I turn back toward the treasure box and cautiously open the lid. Oh. Inside there was a notebook. This is it? Why is a notebook inside this treasure box like it's something important? What's it say on it? It says Usami General Purpose Notebook. Grade, class, number, name. Huh, okay. I took the notebook out of the treasure box and began leafing through it. It contained sloppy drawings as if they were drawn by children, and entries that looked like chicken scratch. Day 1, I was able to talk to everyone for the first time today. Monokuma showed up and things turned bad. Day 2, Byakuya is the leader. A lot of things happened today, so everyone's tired. What is this, a diary? Looks like it. Did Monomi write these? Probably. These pictures entries totally suit her. I kept flipping through the pages. Day 3, Day 4, Day 5. Page after page of poorly written entries continued on in the notebook. I don't really understand, but it looks like there aren't any clues here. And right when I was about to give up, my hand suddenly stopped on an entry titled Day 16. Day 16, we've been in the funhouse for 3 days. Everyone's hungry and on edge. Hajime tried to go in the final dead room today. He's probably panicking because no one believes him.
Hey.
Hajime, did something happen? It's nothing.
Stop it!
Can't possibly be nothing. Come on now. Hey, stop. Don't look at my notebook. From out of nowhere, Monomi suddenly appeared and took the notebook out of my hand.
I won't forgive you.
I did ask you to look for my treasure box, but I never said you were allowed to peek inside. Geez, that was close. If I'd come any later, you would have seen the inside of the notebook. Unfortunately, you were a little too late.
Huh?
But if this notebook is here, then Nagato was the thief.
No!
The betrayal. I was betrayed by my beloved student.
Hey.
Hey, that notebook is pretty much your diary, right? Diary? It seems that way.
Ta-da!
That's right. This is my important diary where all my maiden secrets are written.
Hey!
You're a liar.
Who?
You always show up out of nowhere.
Why you?
Monomi, it's not good to lie, you know. Lie? There's no way you can write in that you wrote in that notebook. After all, Monomi can't even write. What are you saying? Jeez, I can write letters easily. I can finally write the letter B.
That's wrong.
No, you can't, because you have no fingers on your hands. Oh my god, I never thought about that. She doesn't.
Phew.
See, bullseye. I know, because I'm the same way too.
What?
Are you mad? Are you angry that I exposed a weakling like you?
Hey!
So that's what this is about. You're seriously trying to crush me.
What are you saying?
There's no way a big brother would ever crush his little sister. It looks like the time to settle things between us is getting closer every second. I don't know why you're getting so serious, but is what Monokuma said true? He said he didn't write in that notebook, is that true? If so, who wrote in it? Well, you know, how should I put it?
Bye-bye.
Excuse me? Huh. She seems awfully reluctant to tell an answer to that. Sorry, I just knocked my microphone with my cup. Hold on. Damn it, she totally ran away again.
Yep.
The same pattern as usual. Looks like it's a waste of time to try to get answers from her. But still, I really wanted to ask her about that notebook. Well, actually, it might be better that I didn't ask her. Okay. That's been added, right. What's the deal with the refrigerator? Oh my god, there's a Monokuma plushie! In the bathroom. There's a refrigerator.
Huh?
Nice, my cottage doesn't even have a refrigerator. I wonder where he got it from. There were refrigerators in the Octagon, weren't there? Because since we mentioned it earlier... Yeah, I'm pretty sure there were. They had poisons and stuff in them, didn't they? Nagito probably supplied it himself. Why would he go to the trouble of putting a refrigerator in his room? Does he really enjoy cold drinks? As I talked with Chiaki, I opened the refrigerator out of curiosity. Okay, yeah. There really isn't much inside. The only thing inside the refrigerator was a brown bottle. Someone who likes cold drinks, it doesn't look like he's stocked very much. But that bottle clearly isn't a drink, right? Really? It looks like some kind of dietary supplement to me. Protein powder, maybe? No, Hajime. Try reading the giant label. I took the brown bottle out of the fridge and started reading the label. Exclusively made for poisoning someone to death. Hey, this is...
Could it be?
Yeah, it looks like it's poison. Poison? Looks like there's a warning label on the back. Let's examine it in a little more detail. But be careful with that bottle, don't drop it. Stop it, if you worry like that I'm going to get nervous. I grabbed the bottle with my trembling hand. I began reading the warning label on the back of the bottle. Poison made specifically for killing someone is Monokuma's special poison. This enchanted liquid is highly potent and takes effect immediately. Please handle with care. Though its volatility is low, this liquid is very dangerous when vaporized. Okay. In a gaseous state, it is heavier than air. It breaks down in minutes, and it is susceptible to hydrolysis. Hydrolysis, is that... oh god. I feel like that's something... Hydrolysis, I feel like, is something that I learned about in my high school science lessons. But because it's been so many years since high school, I can't even remember what it was. So it is possible for you to poison someone to death without any complications. Keep this liquid secure by storing it in a cool place in a glass or plastic container away from sunlight. Right. Sure does look like a chemical made solely for poisoning someone to death. This refrigerator must be here to keep the poison secure. But where did Nagito get something like this?
Well?
That question could apply to the bomb he used at the hotel too. It's got to be the Octagon, right? Apply to the bomb.
See?
There should be a reason Nagito was able to obtain such dangerous items. The Octagon inside the funhouse. This poison, he must have brought it with him from there too, right? How did he get the refrigerator though? I mean, the refrigerator's in the Octagon, but obviously he didn't carry one around with him, so after he'd been there, unless he went back there a second time, but having said that, the funhouse doesn't seem to be accessible anymore.
Perhaps.
He was probably hiding them somewhere on his body during the last class trial. He was hiding a bomb and poison during the class trial? How dangerous. What would he have done if he accidentally tripped and broke the bottle? Just thinking about it scares me.
Hey.
Also, he already blew up the bomb he took with him at the lobby. But what about this poison? Arr.
See?
Looks like the bottle is less than half empty. Okay, so some of it, I'm assuming, has been used. Right. Was it like this from the beginning? Or did Nagito use it? If so, where did he use it? I wonder, is there still a trap somewhere that hasn't been sprung yet? Oh, don't say that. Jeez. Oh, another trap.
Perhaps.
For example, maybe he was making some kind of trap using this poison before he died. If that actually exists, it'd be real bad. It could potentially kill everyone on this island. Oh, everyone on the island? Oh, what the hell? Nagito, are you still trying to make us suffer? Are you still trying to make us suffer even after you've died? Huh. Okay, there was a lot of information there about that poison, about how it works. We just need to look back over that. Right, that's been added, okay. So what else? Our time for investigating is winding down.
So...
The bookshelf might take some time to investigate, so we should try examining some other areas first. Okay, hold on, let me just get that plushie. There we go.
No.
10 monocoins for me. Right, so you said the bookshelf. You want me to look at that? Alright, there's a lot of books arranged here. Did Nagito bring these from the library? In addition to books, there's a bunch of random crap stuffed onto the shelf. It might take a lot of time for us to thoroughly go through that stuff.
Hey.
Let's just leave it for later. Alright, I agree. Really? You're just going to leave it for now? Well, what else do we need to investigate then? Maybe... something under the bed, maybe? It's the bed that comes with the cottages. Looks just like the one in my room, but...
Hey.
Maybe there's something hidden under his bed. It's a usual place for hiding things. Aye, like porn. Oh yes, the prawn. Gonna be honest, if I had a secret porn stash where I live, I would not store it under my bed, because there's quite a large gap, and you could very easily see it. Alright, well, we should still check just in case. With no expectations and without thinking, I peeked under the bed and... Alright, there's something here. It's a plastic bag from the supermarket. Looks like there's something inside. Oh. What is this? It looks like a gas mask and rubber gloves. These look like the real deal. Did you get these from the military base? Oh, a gas mask and rubber gloves. He was hiding these under his bed. What did Nagito use this stuff for? Maybe for handling the poison? Quite possible.
Hajime.
Was there anything else under the bed? Alright, let's see. I peeked under the bed once again and started looking around the area where I found the supermarket bag, and... There's a small piece of paper on the floor. A piece of paper made of blue aluminum. We're British here, so we say aluminium. A round thin piece of aluminium, huh? Similar to those seals that go over jars of unopened mayonnaise. I get what you're saying, but does that mean this is just a piece of trash?
Wait. Time out.
Who knows? It might be too soon to decide that. Okay. That's clearly important. Okay, right, this is different dialogue. So maybe it's time to investigate the bookshelf now. The genres and the types of items are also random. I can't make any sense out of them whatsoever.
Well?
They say a shelf is a mirror that reflects a person's heart. Do they now? I definitely don't know much about Nagito just by looking at this. So what should we do? It'd be really difficult to look through all these piles. That doesn't mean we should ignore it, though.
Yep.
I'll leave it to you then, Hajime. Thank you. Of course. Wait, what? It's better if a boy goes through another boy's things. You know, there might be private stuff there. Well, that might be true, but...
See?
I'll leave the shelf to you. I think I just got persuaded to do this without realising it. Alright. I sighed and walked toward the shelf. One by one, I started removing the various books and items and examining each one. But even as I examined them carefully, there were still a bunch of random books and items. There's no way there are any clues here. You say that and then that shows up. Arr! It's his reward. Well, that file wasn't the only one I received from Monokuma. I think that should be Nagito, not Hajime. This is another one. Alright, a seal. Indeed, it's the school badge of Oaks Peak Academy. Does that have information about our stolen memories? Unfortunately, I couldn't find any clues about that. This file doesn't contain our information, just Hajime's information. Nagito said this only contained information about me, but is that really true? If I look at this, it should be obvious, right? And he said it was from the reserve. He said that I was from the reserve department and had no talent whatsoever. That might be another one of his lies too. I opened the file I held in my hand to confirm that. Instantly, I realised something was strange. If this really has only my information, then why is this file so thick? Okay. As soon as I opened it, it was clear to me, just as I thought, Nagito had lied to me. Oh? Aside from my information, there was information about the others. Kazuichi, Fuyuhiko, Akane and Sonya. And everyone who died had pages of information about them too. The file contained information on all 16 of us. Only my information, my ass. I can't believe he'd make up such a strange lie. So that means the rest of it might be a lie too? I turned to the page containing my information and began reading through the content. The profile contained basic information, such as my date of birth, my height and weight, and so forth. But there was one thing that specifically caught my eye. The words, reserve corps student. There was no denying it. It confirmed that I truly was a reserve corps student from the reserve department. God, my voice feels like it's going really gravelly. Why is this the only thing that isn't a lie? Why am I the only one here who's from the reserve department? Why am I here with all the other ultimates?
Hey.
Oh, God, I nearly dropped my cup of tea then. That would have been a freaking tea spill. Let me just drink it up. There we are. Hajime, did something happen? Well, I just found a strange file. Isn't that the special prize Nagito received when he cleared the final dead room? As I recall, your student profile should be in there. It's not just... Oh wait, this is Hajime. It's not just my profile. The profiles of everyone on this island are in here too. Nagito was lying.
Huh?
When you say everyone, do you mean everyone? It's just basic information, but there should be profiles for all 16 of us. Can I take a look at that file? Chiaki leaned against me and peered into the file.
You're right. My profile is really in here. But unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be any details.
Details?
Details about our missing memories. Information about the time we spent at Hope's Peak Academy. If it's not written in there, these profiles might have been written before we entered the academy.
So enrollment documents, then?
Then it's impossible to obtain new clues from them.
Yeah, seems like it.
Okay. Hold on.
Huh?
What happened? I just noticed it right now, but... What?
The file. His name isn't in there, right?
What, Nagito's not in there?
There's supposed to be 16 names worth of profiles, but his name is the only one missing, right?
Oh, okay.
Who are you talking about?
Byakuya.
Oh.
I'm talking about Byakuya Togami.
Oh. Are we about to... okay. I thought that for a second they were talking about Nagito. No, they're talking about Byakuya, okay. Yeah, what is the deal with Byakuya?
Look carefully. No matter where I look, I don't see his name anywhere.
Uh-oh.
No way!
So what if a name isn't written in that file? Perhaps, based on that, you think he might be the traitor? No, it's not just because his name isn't written in here. That's not the only reason I think he's suspicious. Why, what is it? Well, there's that, obviously, yeah. He participated in the killing school life at Overspeak Academy, right? For someone like him to be in a similar situation on this island, no matter what, it's definitely suspicious. And the fact that, in this one he looked completely different. Well, it pains me to say this, but What you're saying about the missing name and about the killing school life
Too bad.
is totally wrong. There's a completely different reason. Oh. A different reason?
You're getting all riled up.
How should I put this? You guys have been getting all worked up about that Byakuya for no reason. Which means the great mystery that you think surrounds that Byakuya even, doesn't exist. You're basing it on one person's cheap speculation. I think my voice almost broke then. What do you mean?
What the heck?
You don't have to ask me that. You know the answer just by looking through those profiles, right? Her? What? My eyes turned back to the file. One by one I started flipping through the pages and confirming the names. What? Ultimate Impostor? And suddenly I came across a page that was filled with question marks. Every section was filled with question marks. It could barely be considered a student profile. On that page I was only able to confirm one thing. Ultimate Impostor? Wait, so... That's that Byakuya's true identity! Our true identity? Wait, so are we saying that... that wasn't Byakuya at the start of this game? That was someone pretending to be him? What? He was a fake that was pretending to be the ultimate affluent progeny, Byakuya Togami. A fake? Well, this is a twist. I mean, it was strange, of course, that he's so overweight, but... Okay, well, this is interesting. The fact that his profile is filled with question marks isn't a mistake or an oversight. Surprisingly enough, that's the correct information regarding him. The Ultimate Impostor has no name, no permanent address, and even his age and gender is unknown. I mean, you're calling him a he, though, right? Basically, he doesn't exist. Because he doesn't exist, he's able to exist as anybody. That's his talent, though I'm not jealous of that at all. That person wasn't really Byakuya Togami?
Perhaps.
Is that why he was so much fatter compared to when he was involved in the killing school life?
So cool.
His physique doesn't affect his ability to fool others at all. Real imposters are skilled like that. I mean, then again, you know, it's a strange one, but obviously if their, school memories have been taken from them, then yeah, I suppose they wouldn't be able to tell that this is an imposter, even if he is incredibly overweight compared to the real thing, because they would have no memory of the real guy, assuming they actually met, and introduced themselves to Byakuya during their time at school. Then was he lying to us the whole time?
But still...
He couldn't help it. What? Why couldn't he help it?
Oh.
Because that was his talent. Well, having talent means you're also bound to that talent. The moment you obtain talent, your way of life has already been chosen for you. You can't do anything else except rely on that talent, regardless of whether you want that life or not. In that sense, compared to the other Ultimates, your life might be a bit more liberating. What the hell?
Anyway...
I'm not happy that you guys fell for a scam that I had nothing to do with.
That's right!
So I'll tell you straight up, this revelation about Byakuya is exactly the truth. Then, what was he trying to say to me at that time? I cannot talk to others about my past. I suspect that my sceptical nature is partly to blame. So if this isn't the real Byakuya, then this was not a reference to the previous Killing School game. That is very strange. Unless this guy had knowledge of it. See, we've been talking about traitor, or the traitor, or a traitor all this time. What if... Dunno. Could Byakuya? Or rather, I should say, the Ultimate Impostor have been the traitor, but then again, I don't know, we've been talking about the traitor as though they're definitely still here among the current group. I don't know. Distrusting others and being distrusted in turn. For a long time, my life has been a living hell. Based on the context, if I had to guess...
No!
Maybe he was just complaining that he was cursed to wander the earth as nothing more than a fraud. I mean, yeah, that does make sense. But if you guys had your school memories, you never would have been betrayed in the first place. I mean, it'd be different if you were meeting him for the first time. But since you guys went to Hope's Peak Academy, you should have known about the ultimate imposter already. So in the end, it all leads back to memory loss.
Phew!
The Future Foundation sure is awful. There's no way you should ignore Monami or the traitor. Who is it? Who's the traitor? Just from looking at these 16 profiles, I still wouldn't know who's from the Future Foundation. Is there really someone like that?
Of course!
Well, obviously you wouldn't know. I made that file so you guys couldn't find out.
Could it be?
So it's just as I thought, you're the one who did it.
Hey,
The fact that there are 16 profiles in there is what's wrong. I mean, the traitor is a spy sent by the Future Foundation, not a student from Hope's Peak Academy. You made a fake profile for the traitor and included it in here?
Correct!
It wouldn't be fun if you figured out who the traitor was so easily, right?
Hey.
Then we can't use this file to figure out who the traitor is. That was true for Nagito too, right? Well, probably. Right. Well, that's a series of revelations. It's dripping with despair, isn't it? You wasted your precious time on something that isn't a clue.
Are you sure about this?
Was that a wise decision? Time's up, you know. Time's up. Wait.
Bye-bye!
Excuse me for a moment. End of the investigation. That chimed just now. It's trial time.
What is most important for living things? Well, personally, I think time is. I mean, your bank account may go up and down, but time will inevitably run out, right? That's why we gotta cherish time. There is nothing more wasteful than wasting time. So, time's up. We will begin the last class trial. So please gather at Monokuma Rock.
The last class trial. Okay. I wonder. Because obviously, when Trigger Happy Havoc was, after the last class trial, we had, a kind of final showdown, didn't we? Where it wasn't so much, it wasn't a murder trial, it was a kind of trial to unravel the secrets behind everything. Oh man. It really feels like we're getting towards, potentially, the kind of final chapter of the game here. So after this one, will it be similar to Trigger Happy Havoc, in that we'll go to, the final hurdle, unravelling all the secrets behind the island and things like that. Ooh, interesting.
I'll see you soon.
Oh man. The last class trial. He said that right? He said last class trial?
Yep.
I heard it too. He really did say it was the last class trial. What do you think? Should we believe him? Monokuma seemed anxious about the Monokuma timer earlier, right? 2 more days. And he said something about the killing school trip ending, right? Based on the time limit, this might definitely be the last one.
But still...
I can't imagine that it's the real end. I think Monokuma's real plan might be just beyond that. His real plan? Is Monokuma still planning to make us do something? What could it be? Maybe after putting us through all this, he's planning to kill the remaining survivors all at once?
Well?
But still, it's also not a good idea to think about it too much. I think we should focus on the class trial that's waiting for us first. You're right. A class trial for Nagito's murder. We're pretty screwed. I'm collecting my thoughts because we were so focused on this file. I still can't see who killed Nagito.
But still...
You don't have to worry so much.
Right?
I mean, we're not fighting this alone, you know. You're right. You're absolutely right. We're not alone. Even if it's a mystery that can't be solved alone. As long as everyone cooperates and works together. If we do that, things will turn out fine. Oh boy. To Monokuma Rock. Which was... on this island. Here it is. Yeah. Okie doke. Well, I think now is the time to wrap up this episode. So, thank you for joining me then, everyone, for another episode of Danganronpa 2. we're about to head into the 5th murder trial.
Damn right.
Nagito Komaeda. This is a strange, very strange one, this one. A lot of elements to it. And of course we've had some revelations from that file in Nagito's room. So we now have an answer about Byakuya, what the deal is with him. The answer is it's not Byakuya at all, or it wasn't rather. It was someone called the Ultimate Impostor, or rather whose talent was Ultimate Impostor. Okay. So, very interesting stuff. And at present, you know, I have no real kind of suspects in mind for this one. Obviously, as I've been saying throughout this video, there's the whole thing with Sonya at the military base, but I don't know, she feels like the obvious candidate and therefore probably a red herring. I don't know, so we'll probably, you know, talk about that during the trial. I'll have to hammer this out, because, like I say, it's such a strange one, so many elements to it. The knife, the spear, Nagito being tied up, the fire, and all this. And of course all the stuff about where he got the weapons from, and the fact that he has poison in his room. He clearly has the gas mask and the rubber gloves, so he must have been handling it at some point. So how does all of this kind of fit together? That's the question. Okay, we'll tell you what. We'll, you know, at the start of the next episode, as usual, of course, I'll reiterate my initial thoughts based on the truth bullets we have and all that, and then we'll get into the trial. And because it'll probably be quite a big one, once again, I'll probably split it over a couple of episodes and upload them one after the other. So yeah, hope you all join me for that then, everyone. In the meantime, if you're not doing so already, you can follow me on Facebook and Twitter, links down below, along with a link to my propagandist channel where I do various anime-related videos. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, go check it out. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget, do leave a like, do subscribe to my channel, comment below, and share my content with your friends on social media. But in the meantime, I'm signing off now, because I want to go and get some food. Goodbye, all. What is doing that? What is doing that? I don't know what that is. I've never encountered that in the game before. What the hell? That does not sound like the wolves. Oh, what the? The ground shaking. What? Something. What is that? What the fuck is that? What the hell? What are you doing? What's he doing? He's smashing my stuff. Don't you hit Chester, you son of a bitch. Put that on. Attack this. Oh my god. What the hell? Oof. What the heck is he doing? Oh my god, that really isn't good.